So hello, ladies. It's so lovely to get to talk to you at last.
And you.
I follow you on everything. I follow you on Instagram and everywhere, and you know I'm always ordering stuff. So there we are. It's so nice.
You are.
You are.
So who is who?
So I'm Michelle.
And I'm Fiona.
And
Or the pink one and the green one. Sometimes people call us.
do they? Oh, because
well, normally, I don't know if you can really tell, but my hair's normally a little bit more pink.
Yeah, a little bit green.
Definitely green-ish.
Yeah,
not on best form right now with hair color. Normally it's a lot
brighter,
but
we'll pump it up for Christmas.
Yes.
And tell me where your business is based.
So we are based in Canterbury in Kent, and we've been here for about
coming up to 3 years now.
3 years. We moved here just before lockdown from London. So some people remember us in our few shops that we had there.
Yeah, I remember when you started up in London, and it's grown. So are you still online only, or you are? So
we are, yes.
I don't want people tracking to your door, so
that would be so sad. Yeah, we're keeping it online only for the minute.
Yeah, and I think that's sensible. We have a lot of US followers, and they always say, where can I go? Where can I go? And of course, I have to explain that nowhere's very close. You know, they might be visiting London, and of course, there's nothing in London anymore. So it's either Luton or Canterbury. Really?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. It's
so sad. It's
really tough. I mean, when we were in London, I think we were kind of one of the last places you could kind of get.
Yeah.
You know, there's a few still, you know,
well,
Barrack Street a little bit.
Yeah, when it's London Hat Week, people tend to sort of do pop-up shops there. But yeah, I remember. So I've been in this game so long. I remember when there was still lots there, but never mind. We shall move on. Now, you sell worldwide, don't you?
We do, yes, everywhere. I think, so US is a huge customer base for us anyway already. Lots of Canadian customers, Australia, huge for millinery in Australia. And some unusual places as well.
Oh my goodness, where do we not send to? I mean, we send stuff to Mongolia. We send stuff to, where's the strangest place?
I think that was
maybe Mongolia is quite the farthest fetched place.
Yeah, that's pretty out there.
We do a lot of stuff for like opera houses as well. You know, because they have a lot of milliners on teams for operas, and so we have a really interesting customer base that way.
So there's no way you don't send, really. So people
no. I mean, it's amazing where DHL goes to. It really is. I don't think there's any restrictions either on where they can send. We literally send everywhere. So
right. And what do you think at the moment are your most popular things that sell? Is it cinema, or is it?
It's very seasonal, right? So it will be cinema come kind of January, February, when people start to put their collections together for spring. We're gonna see an upsurge in cinema, but right now it's wool felt and capelines. Winter, it's still pretty wintry right now. So if people want things for the spring, they should be thinking about ordering now, shouldn't they?
Absolutely.
Sure. I mean, you want to get your stuff in January, don't you?
Yeah, because there's nothing worse than come the wedding season and you can't get hold of white tinware or
everything's sold out by that point. I'd say get your order in like February, March. If you're buying last minute things, all ivory will be gone.
No, it won't. We stock up on these things, Fiona. You act like we have two. I mean, no, we've got a lot of stock of ivory, and we're pretty good at buying in.
I know what we're saying. We're saying don't say leave it till the last minute, and you say, well, we've got it, but we can't send it out till Friday or something, and then
Yeah, I mean, we're pretty good at predicting some popular colors, but you never know. Every year is so different. Like last year, neon pink and like this Barbie craze that was happening. We just were, I mean, everything in like that bright magenta, like neon, any bright pink tones, flying out. And, you know, within a couple months, we're like, whoa, we don't, you know, we are selling down on this because it's not a color we normally get tons of, but there was a surge in it.
No, but apparently and the new, what we found is really weird as well is obviously that was a big thing for us last year, but this year the Pantone color of the year is magenta.
Yeah.
So we've already seen it, but it's having a resurgence, so it's going to have another year now. So
and we did plan for that. Yes, we do all of our ordering. You know, we probably already did it like 1 or 2 months ago. It takes, you know, almost 6 months for stuff to get produced sometimes. So we kind of have to guess what the colors are gonna. Yeah,
I've never got to grips with the Pantone color of the year because every time I've gone, oh well, I'll make things in that color, and none of my customers want them. They want some obscure color. So, like
you just never know.
Like,
I mean, it was like
not making up baby blue.
You're right. Yes.
Yeah.
We almost stock as much baby blue as like ivory right now. Right. It's so popular. And pale pink and, you know, those colors.
And I love the fact that you have such an eclectic stock. I just love it. When you do your unboxings and things, I think, what is going to come out of these exciting boxes that haven't seen the light of day for years? So, I mean, I'm not going to ask you what your sources are or where you find it, because that's, you know, that's your secret. But every time you do an unboxing of things that are vintage, I just say, oh my God, where did that come from? You know, so, and I love it. I think nowadays people are more into using vintage, recycling, trying to make, you know, things out of things that have been around for a while as well. So yeah, so I'm excited to see.
That's it. I mean, it hits on so many good points, like vintage. I think sometimes when you're looking for inspiration, like looking at a, you know, a vintage flower or something is really, it could spark an idea for a hat. And it's a nice center point to start from. And, you know, it works on that level. It works on a sustainability level, which is so important right now in fashion. You know, with all these beautiful things, you know, why purchase new stuff? Really?
And I agree with you there. They can spark an idea, because often when you have, say, a client who's going to a wedding and they say, I want a hat. And I say, well, what have you bought so far? Have you got the dress? Have you got the shoes? And they go, no. I say, buy something that you really love and then work on from that, because you need the inspiration, don't you? You need to have something to sort of feed off. Yeah, absolutely. All those boxes behind you.
I know. Vintage flowers. Speaking of vintage flowers, I mean, this is just a very small wedge of them. We have a whole upstairs that's all vintage flowers. And berries and leaves, and
so they come in container loads.
Well, yes, it did.
We actually have a shipping container right next to our warehouse as well, full of full of it, absolutely head to toe full. So we've got to work through this first, and then we've got to work through the container slowly but surely. But we've got a lot to go through still.
We're very lucky. We actually bought out an old flower company that was based in the States, and he retired and his kids didn't want to take it on, and I got in touch, and you know, just an incredible amount of stock and stuff that was made in the States for a very long time. And we basically got 3 containers sent over to the UK, old machinery, flower tools as well.
I saw some of those. I know.
It's just like, be still, my beating heart.
And that's what I said. And my friend said, calm down, Sarah. I said, you won't believe how excited I get over things like this.
It's unreal. It's a piece of history.
Yeah.
I mean, we're still, even today, you know, in the winter when it kind of calms down, we're sorting out our warehouse, and we still have piles of boxes that we haven't opened up yet. So we actually have a little stack next to us that I've never seen. Fiona found them today.
When we was going through stuff, as Michelle said, we were organizing and going through everything, and we just had a corner just untouched, completely untouched. And we thought now's the time, because last 2 weeks before Christmas does quieten down, but it's perfect, ready for spring next year.
Yeah.
But I know exactly what's in these boxes.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I haven't seen it yet.
No.
So yeah.
You go for it,
Okay.
ladies. I'm just gonna sit back and enjoy.
All right. This one says made in Germany East.
All right. Okay.
Boxes are just so
Dusty
these boxes, you know their age because they're actually made of, like, they've got wood structures inside them. They're not normal. They're proper.
Boxes.
All right.
Ooh.
Look at these. Oh my goodness. These are, what are they, little pears? Oh, that is too sweet. Oh.
They are gorgeous.
They're so sweet. They're like yellow and green and made in Germany East. These are old. These will be like,
so Eastern Germany.
Yeah, before the wall came down, definitely.
Yeah, but these will
Are
probably
they flock or they?
no, they're kind of they're not polystyrene, but actually the tops of them are fabric, which is unusual for little berries. But it's like a flocked.
Gosh.
What would you say? It's almost like plastered on the outside. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's got a shimmer quality to it, but it's and the little original tag is just gorgeous. I love these.
These are great.
They'd be lovely for the summer, won't they?
Perfect.
All right.
All right.
Well, that's a good start. All right. Let's go. This one.
Do you know this is like Christmas early?
I know it is for me, for sure. Oh, stop it! Oh, it's little berries. Oh my goodness, they have little leaves on them.
Berries.
I don't even know what they are.
Oh, it's like
I love them.
on floppy rolls as well.
Yeah, so they're on cotton, like almost rouleau cotton.
Oh, can you imagine those just at the side, hanging down?
Oh, they got a really nice drape to them, actually.
Yeah, I can see.
It's like rolled, it's almost like organdy.
Yeah,
cotton, something, it's very fine.
Ooh, that is nice.
Yeah, I can see those. I can see those getting a lot of use.
Ooh. Where are they? Oh, these are made in Western Germany. So yeah,
Both sides.
there we go. Oh, I love these.
These are incredible. So these are glass.
Oh,
They're glass berries.
Oh.
And again, got that lovely drapery.
Do you think, Michelle? Do you think they're grapes?
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah. And because they the little leaves on them.
Yes, they're like little tiny grape leaves.
Grape leaves are very distinct, we found.
Yeah.
Flatten it out so you can see.
Oh, how nice.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah, little tiny grape leaves.
I love the black and white ones.
No,
That's really unusual.
Very dramatic as well.
Ooh. Can't even see it.
Love the anything that has, it's really hard to get modern day flowers that have this nice fine little organdy roll.
I know, because nowadays it's all plastic, isn't it? And we hate plastic.
Yeah.
It's plastic.
Well, I hate plastic to a certain degree. I mean, old plastic, I like. Give me a bit of Bakelite anytime.
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
Right, I'll take this one.
That's a good one. Should we do another one?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Let's see. I'm gonna make that. There you go. All right. What do we got? Any indications?
Little tiny,
Well. Ta-da! All right. Ooh. Oh my God, they're fuzzy.
They are fuzzy.
Oh, they're fuzzy. Oh my goodness. And the most finely cut little fabric hips on there.
Yeah, I can see little like stameny ends, feathery ends.
And they're flocked and they're made in Germany. So all German.
Yep.
These are great.
They know.
Oh, they're so sweet.
I love them.
Oh, this on like a little straw boater or something would be really sweet.
Yeah.
Lovely.
It's got a real countryside.
And they're really bold colours as well. And I think that's what a lot of people forget is you see a lot of vintage flowers and they're in browns or sort of neutral tones, but actually they knew colour. Like back
and also you're lucky because they've stayed boxed out of the light. They haven't been subjected to light and pollution and all that sort of thing. So they've stayed really as fresh as the day they were put in the box, haven't they?
Sure. That's the thing. I mean, these are practically full boxes and they've been sitting for what? Let's assume at the latest they were made in the 50s.
70 years?
About 70 years in a box. Isn't that unreal?
It is. It is.
Unreal. For it not to be damaged or suffer from any of the things that could happen, you know. We're really privileged to have
you are so lucky.
all these kind of things. I mean, we do just squeal all day. If you can probably, we've heard that our squeals can be heard outside the warehouse.
From the other end of the warehouse.
Yeah, but isn't that great to be in a job that you love? I mean, I say that to people all the time. I would make hats even if nobody bought them, because I just and of course the problem is sometimes they don't buy them because I think, oh, I'll keep that. Keeping things. But yeah, when you love what you do, and also what you're doing provides pleasure all down the line to the milliner, to the client. Everybody's happy along it. It's just
that's a really nice way to look at it. Like how much joy is like, okay, somebody, you know, that one nice little bunch of berries or you know that we find, we get to squeal, then you get it, and then you get to get all excited, and then you get to pass that on to the customer, and then oh my gosh,
so it is.
I love that.
So it's just one long round of niceness.
Yeah,
lovely.
Absolutely.
Because I only have nice clients.
Well done. How long have you been a milliner?
Well, funny enough, we're gonna go back now. When my children were tiny, and I mean 1 or 2, and my eldest son is now 43, so it shows you how long ago.
Yep.
I started making bridal veils. That's how I started. And I hiked them around London. I went to Harrods, I went everywhere. I went, you know, will you stock? But unfortunately, people did stock. But when the money came in, I was so desperate for it, I didn't have any money to buy more supplies.
Oh no. So you got the orders in.
So it was a case of once stuff was sold, I was like, ooh. But I do remember going into a millinery suppliers in London and saying, where can I get really good artificial flowers? And it's funny, we're looking at those now. And the chap said, oh, this guy who's coming in, he'll be able to tell you, which he did. And it was one of the most famous hatters in London. So take a guess.
Well, let's see, at the time?
Yeah.
Well, let's see. I'm trying to work back the dates here. I mean, would it have been Stephen Jones?
It wasn't. No.
Okay. Would it have been Philip Summerfield?
No, but it began with a P.
Philip Tracy.
Yeah.
Aww.
He said, I'll tell you where to go. And it was up some stairs in a little room in the back of Oxford Street. He said, but they only sell wholesale. When I got there, I couldn't afford to buy anything.
No. Did you go anyways?
I went anyways, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you absolutely should have went anyway.
Yeah. But it sort of died a death. And then I restarted again because I've always worn hats. And when I worked in the City of London in the 70s, I wore a different hat every day. But I've got a big head. So stretching them became, I had to learn how to stretch them. And then I thought, this is crazy. I'm going to have to learn how to make my own.
There we go.
But I never started it up until a proper business until about 20 years ago.
Yeah.
I just made them for friends, family, or me, you know.
Yeah.
But it's been interesting over the years. Yeah, I've been here, there, and everywhere.
Love it.
Interesting people. And now it's all global. I love it.
It's great, right? Yeah, that's the thing. You don't just have to, you know, service your town or your community.
Yeah, it's fabulous.
Yeah,
now,
it's
getting
fantastic.
back to your stock, we don't want to talk about me. People are always, I'm always talking about myself online because I'm a bit gobby. Those lovely things you've shown us, when will they be available on your website?
So we will probably get around to taking photos tomorrow. I would no later than next week.
Right.
No later than next week. Yeah.
So just before Christmas.
We'll put them on before Christmas. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and when
it would be rude.
Shut over Christmas. This is a big thing. When are you shut over Christmas and New Year? So that everyone knows.
So our last day here is on the 23rd of December.
Right.
And then we will open back up on the 3rd of January.
Right.
And that's when orders will start to go out again.
Right. So they can place orders, but they, you know, they just won't. They won't go out.
They just won't be dispatched. Yeah,
No,
absolutely.
That's fine. That's fine. I don't want people wondering. So I like to let them know. Oh, so more goodies to go on the website, and you've had so
always. I mean, it doesn't stop the adding the goodies.
No.
Yeah, we could continue with just what we have adding for the whole year, and we probably still wouldn't finish.
I know. And you've had some lovely barrettes for the hair, and you've had snoods, haven't you? And hair.
All sorts. And that was just on one shelf
upstairs
in our vintage
section. And when I looked online, all the snoods had gone.
I know, those are quite unusual. I didn't even really realize that we had them.
No, I don't remember finding them.
Going, what are they?
I just have no idea. I don't even know where they came from. We just had them.
Yeah.
Well,
we did a couple really lovely big trips around the world a couple years ago. Well, more than about 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And found some really interesting places, and old haberdasheries that have closed down, and just kind of took tons of stock with us and got it shipped back to the UK. I say back to the UK because weirdly, despite being abroad, most of the stuff that we found was vintage and made in the UK.
Crazy. And it had gone over there and then it was coming back.
I
know. So we were, bringing it back, but yeah, unreal. So lots of like antique needles and
beautiful needles. Like Hall's needles from the 40s or 50s. Just
some much older too. Those little black ones that we have.
I love them. They're like in teeny tiny packets about this big.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab one.
You hold on. They're so beautiful.
Grab a few things to show us, because
I think there's more
minutes.
There's like Hall's brand, Elephant brand. I don't know if these brands are still going for needles. I think
most of the time they're not, are they?
I mean, I read something interesting that it's like these little black packets here.
Oh yeah. They all come in little paper packets. Why don't they do that instead of plastic blister things?
I mean, I read something that the UK used to make like 98% of the world's needles at one point.
In Birmingham.
Isn't that unreal?
In Birmingham, I think.
Yeah.
Because that was the metal, sort of industrial metal.
Metal area, yeah.
Metal works. But even packets like these, they come in they've got little string around them still. So
that's adorable.
And I have to say, I prefer vintage needles and pins. I've got some vintage pins that are so sturdy. They don't bend, because you buy pins nowadays from China and they bend and they're no good. But the little vintage one, I've got some little glass-headed vintage ones. I can pop those in a hat block, no problem.
Absolutely. And that's the thing when, you know, lots of people will block with little pins like that and, you know, just straight pins. But you can't do that with the modern ones, really. They have to be hardened. You know, you have to keep a lookout for the proper terminology in it. But all the old ones tend to be hardened and good quality. It wasn't something you had to look for. It just, they were.
They were, and that was fab.
Yeah.
I know. Oh, it's been so exciting. I love a good nose.
I know, right? Yeah. we what else have we found lately? We're kind of we had a whole wall of kind of like unusual cinema and things like that. So we've been slowly adding that online, taking pictures of like some really odd kind of patchwork cinema and embroidered and tie-dyed and
because I bought some of your sheets of vintage crocheted cinema. You know,
those were so good.
They were lovely. Made pill boxes and all sorts. Most of them are sold now, but I loved that stuff.
Oh, that was so good. I'm kind of sad to be gone of it.
I'm sure you're coming up with something else I must have.
Oh yeah, well,
because I'm always doing videos on the channel. I get through a lot of materials, you know, but it's funny because when your parcel arrived from you day before yesterday, I nearly squealed in delight then, because I was making a little top hat and it was red and neutral, and I had no red cinema, and I was like, oh damn, I wanted some red cinema for the trim. And I opened the parcel and I'd ordered some oddments of cinema from you because they're ideal for when I do the videos. And I went, red! Oh, oh.
Perfect.
It was like you'd read my mind. You know? so
I love it when that happens. That's so nice.
I was really pleased.
Yeah.
Anyway, I shall let you get off, ladies, because I expect you've had a long day, busy day.
We're doing a lot of shifting right now, but it's all for, you know, getting ready for spring and
yeah, I can't wait to see what comes up in January and February.
Yeah,
it's an absolute pleasure talking to you.
Oh, it's really nice to finally meet you, Sarah.
It's crazy, we're like these behind the scenes people that you never know, but no, it's been fabulous. I'm sure we'll keep in contact, even if it's just me going, I'm ordering more things.
Absolutely.
And I'm sure everyone will be really excited to see this. I've put out a few teasers, so we'll be popping this online. It'll be up by 6:30 this evening. So, and if anyone wants to ask you anything, they're welcome to email you. And what's your email address? I'll put it on the end.
So it's hello, HELLO, @petershams.com.
And I shall put that on the end. So if they've got any queries for anything they've seen or heard today, they should get in touch, shouldn't they?
Absolutely. And we're on Instagram and all the socials as well, as you already know.
I shall put it all there for you.
Excellent.
Have a fabulous Christmas.
And
you too.
Yeah, I hope you get rested and well fed and
no problem there.
Ready for it.
Yeah, we got our staff party tomorrow. So
yes,
whoop.
Have fun, enjoy. So thank you very much, ladies. I'll say ta-ta for now.
All right, Sarah, take care. Bye.